Hey yogis, it's Kim. Welcome to week 2 of our countdown to the new year. This is our open week, and this is the flow that goes along with it. So we're going to start today standing. So just go ahead and find a comfortable spot with the feet roughly parallel. Knees are going to face forward. Feet can be together or they can be a little bit wider under the hips. Interlace the hands behind you here. So we're going to interlace the fingers, and it's okay if the palms meet, it's okay if they're separate. Roll the shoulders down and away. Retract the shoulder blades. Drag them down towards the waist, and then sort of chase the ground with the arms. So you can either think of it as reaching the hands towards the floor, or you can think of it as using the shoulder blades to press the hands towards the floor. Once you've found that, even as we start to open through the collarbones, ground through the feet, and gather a little bit through the low belly, slight engagement of the glutes. Take a full breath here into the collarbones. Exhale, get taller. We're going to start to move the head. So keep breathing fully. Inhale, look up, not too far, just straight up. Exhale, tuck the chin, keep chasing the ground with the hands. Bring the head back to center. Look over to the left. Come through center. Look over to the right. Come back to center. Recheck in, retract shoulder blades. Chase the earth with the hands. Engage the legs, gather low belly. We'll do that a couple more times, a little faster. Looking up, tucking the chin. Coming to center, looking left, looking right, coming to center, looking up, tucking the chin, coming to center, looking left, looking right, coming to center. Last time, looking up, tucking the chin, coming to center, looking left, looking right, coming to center. Split the hands, reach the arms overhead. Grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Get tall, and then reach up and over to the right. Ground through the left foot, and then a little knitting of this left rib. So instead of opening up, we're just opening to the side. Breathing into the side ribs. Let there be some ease in the shoulders here. Lifting up through center, switch the grip, grab the right wrist with the left hand, get long first, and then up and over to the left, ground through the right foot, knit the right ribs in, just gonna breathe into that side body, let there be ease in the shoulder. Good. Coming back to center, interlace the fingers with the pointer finger extended, Kali Mudra. Find that solidification in the legs and low belly, and we'll tick-tock. So you can split the legs a little wider for a stronger base, bigger base. Then we'll just go right and left, and we're going to breathe with this. So it's... And then come to center, cactus the arms, reach the heart up, let the shoulder blades slide down the back. And then come back through center here. We're going to come down onto our hands and knees. So we're going to do that with a little purpose though. So bend the knees, gather the legs, try and ground the heels, reach forward, lower just as low as you can with the heels grounded. Keep that engagement in the glutes and the low belly. You have two choices here. Either come up on the toes to lower down more and then drop the knees. If the knees do not like that, then you're going to leave the heels down, hands to the earth, drop the knees. Either way, we've now got the knees on the earth and the toes tucked. Bring the hands to the earth here. You can walk the knees a little bit further, one cat-cow. Pull the heart through the biceps, tilt the tailbone up, and then breathe to tuck the tailbone, push the earth away, open through the back of the heart, come back to neutral. Leave the left hand and left knee like it is. Extend the right leg behind you. Pivot the heel to the earth so the sole of the right foot is on the earth. Lift the right arm up so we have this nice little modified side plank here. Gather through the ribs, gather through the low belly. Bring the right hand to the left armpit. Bring it a little lower towards the waist. Now push into the left hand and feel that muscle fire. This one deep below the armpit. Keep that engagement. Reach the right arm up and then reach it alongside of the ear, so bicep by the ear. Cactus the arm, reach the heart up now, and then close off the heart, re-extend the right arm. Cactus the arm, open the heart up, close that off, re-extend the right arm once more. Cactus the arm, reach the heart up, close that off, re-extend the right arm. Bring the right hand back to the earth, come up on the right toes. Lift this right leg up behind you, push the earth away, find that stability in the shoulders. Bend the right knee, bring the knee towards the nose as you round the spine and push the earth away. Once more, re-extend the right leg, get long through the spine, and then bring the knee to the nose, push the earth away, round the spine. Now, step the right foot to the earth. It doesn't matter too much where it goes, just somewhere in between the hands and the knees. Start to heel toe it out to the left. Keep it going, keep going. You're gonna stay where you are. I'm gonna spin around so you can see. So it's starting, that right foot's starting to slide out to the left or on the pinky toe side. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and now send this right foot all the way out. So it's coming straight out from the hip. Start to lower the hips. For some of you, they'll go all the way to the earth. For some of you, they won't. Left toes, back toes are tucked. Roll the shoulders down and back, retract. Lift the head up some. Breathing here into the IT band some. If you don't feel this, you can point and flex the back toes. You can also engage more in the belly. See if that gets this into this a little bit more. From here, go ahead and lower the right hip to the earth. And then you can either come down on the forearms, or you can come all the way down with the head on the earth. You're welcome to look over to the left or right. You're welcome to take this left hand and grab hold of the right toes. Just breathing here in this funny little like splat type pose. Good. Release the foot if you have it. Come up on the forearms if you're not already there. And this is not a graceful move. We're going to stay on the forearms. We're just going to bring this right leg around and roll over onto the belly. So we're in Sphinx pose. Tops of the feet on the ground, forearms on the mat. Press the hip points into the earth. Lift the knees up. Press the forearms and drag them towards you without moving them isometrically. Good. Lower down, plant the hands, press your way back up to your tabletop pose. From here, we're going to take the left foot, extend it out behind us, and then pivot that heel to the ground. Whole sole of the left foot's on the earth. Leave the right hand down, lift the left arm up. Find that engagement in the glutes a bit and the low belly. Bring the left hand to the right armpit and then bring it below the right armpit, about a third of the way to the waist. Press into the right hand. Feel that muscle fire. So there's going to be a muscle on your side body directly underneath of the left hand. Feel that firing. You're going to keep using that muscle. Keep gathering through the low belly. Lift the left arm up towards the ceiling and then reach it towards the top of your mat, palm down, bicep by ear. Keep the left leg strong. Cactus the arm, lift the heart up. Close the heart off, re-extend the left arm. Cactus the arm, open the heart up. Re-extend the arm. Cactus the arm, lift the heart up. Close to neutral, re-extend the arm. Left hand to the earth, come up on the left toes. Pluck this left leg up. Find that little push, protraction on the shoulders, open through the back of the heart. Bring the left knee in towards the nose as you round the spine and push the earth away. Re-extend the left foot. Again, knee towards nose, push the earth away. Round the spine, and then this isn't graceful, just plop the left foot down. You can come up on the fingertips if you need. Start to heel toe this left foot all the way out to the left. It's going to be a little funky at first. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift the back knee. From here, slide that left foot further away. Foot's roughly in line with the hip. And then lower the hips down. The foot can slide further. Retract the shoulders. Lift the heart up through the biceps. If the left hip touches the earth, cool. If it doesn't, also cool. You can gather a little through the low belly, get longer, extend out through that left foot. Use your breath. Lower the left hip down, and then you can come down onto the forearms from here. You can untuck those back toes or leave them tucked. You can stay here. You can lower more and bring the head or the forehead to the earth. If you would like, you can take this right hand, grab hold of the left foot. Maybe the chest comes to the earth. Gaze can go either direction here. Find your breath. And then release that foot if you have it. Come up onto the forearms if you're not already there. And then our not so graceful transition, just sort of get this left leg around in line with the right leg. Good. This time, we're gonna untuck the back toes, press into the tops of the feet, fire the legs so the kneecaps lift, press the hip points down, walk the hands back until they're under the shoulders. So you're already using a lot of muscles here. Have the shoulder, what are those, elbows, try to point straight back. Press into the hand. Lift yourself up off of the earth. If you need to scooch the feet in a little closer, you can. Roll the shoulders down and back. Small tuck of the chin. And then you're welcome to shift here from side to side. Just shifting the weight in between the hands. Keep a little engagement in the low belly here. So it's going to be tricky because we're lengthening, but we still want some engagement to protect the low back. Good. Lower the knees to the earth. Come through tabletop. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. So lift the hips here. Let's keep a bend in the knees to start. Spread the fingers, ground through the base of the pointer and the thumb. Bend the elbows out wide and then wrap them around so your forearms just hover above the earth. You should feel some muscles in the side body fire as you do that. Try to keep that engagement and that wrap as you re-extend the elbows. Gaze at the thighs. Take a breath here into the back body. Good. And then start to pedal out the legs. Just kind of shifting the weight around, getting familiar in your own body. From here, inhale, lift the right leg up and back. And then we're gonna, from here, kind of come to that knee to nose, pull forward to high plank around the spine. Shoot the right foot off to the left, just like we did earlier. Now shift the weight into the right hand, lift the left arm, pivot the left heel to the earth. Fall in triangle. Find that side body muscle on the right side. Left hand comes to the earth, come up on the left toes. Plug up this right foot, knee to the nose, round the spine. Step the right foot between the hands, scooch it if it didn't make it here. Lower the back knee. Leave the back toes tucked for now. Lift the torso, interlace the hands on the thighs. Press, use the back toes tucked to press the left hip forward in space and then melt the hips forward. Bring the left hand, right hand too if you like, to the deep low belly and just sort of swipe that energy up. So gather in the low belly and then feel the heart lift. Float the arms overhead. If it's more comfortable to cactus them, you may. From here, bring the hands to center, bring the spine to neutral. Straighten the right leg, lift the toes, bow down from here for little half splits. Think about how you can get longer in the side body here. Rebend the right knee, plant the right foot, interlace the hands on the thigh. From here, we're going to tuck the pelvis. So really scoop it under And then round through the upper spine and tuck the chin. Now, as you do that, the shoulders are going to want to scooch up, but they don't actually help out here. So relax the shoulders, scoop the pelvis, tuck the chin. You should feel a stretch in the front of the left hip. Good. Lift the torso, lift the head, leave the right hand on the thigh, lift the left arm up, circle it around, pluck up the left leg, place the left hand on the top of the left foot. See if you can get it just on top of the foot here. From here, wing that elbow, so wrap so you get that elbow to point straight back. And then we're going to gently encourage this foot in towards the sit bone. No problem if it doesn't go there. Scoop the pelvis under and then kind of use grounding into the right foot to pull yourself a little bit forward. So all we're trying to do is not be on top of the left knee. We're trying to be slightly in front of it. Keep that scoop of the pelvis. Breathe into the front body. Let the shoulder blades melt down. Release the left foot without flinging. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Standing balance. Shift the weight forward. Pluck up this left foot. Find your balance first. From here, cactus the arms. Flex the left ankle. Externally rotate. So rotate so that left knee goes out to the left and the right foot goes over to the right. Dancing Shiva pose. We're going to take a little curtsy, OMG. Bring the right foot all the way around behind the left foot. Shoot it way out to the side and then bow down, sweep the arms like a little curtsy. And then AM half moon. Lift the torso, step the right foot in towards the left, but leave the ankles crossed. Lift the arms overhead, grab the left wrist with the right hand, get tall like we did earlier, and then go up and over to the right. Breathe space into the side body. Find ease in the shoulders. Zipper the inner thighs together. Lift back up to center. Step the feet just a little wide. Come up on the toes. Spin around. We're facing the back of the mat. Step the feet together if you need. Same lowering we did earlier. Reach the arms forward. Gather through the glutes, lower, 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 lower. When you've hit your limit, either hands on the earth, knees spill, or come up on the toes. Lower the sit bones, knees spill. Lift up tall, press the hips forward. Circle the hands around to the low back. Roll the shoulders back. Again, press the hips forward. Again, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. And then lead with the tailbone. Exhale to lift up out of this. Shoot the sit bones back. Untuck the toes. Bow down, child's pose. Take a breath into the back body. Plant the hands. Upward facing dog or baby cobra. So plant the hands. Pull your way forward. And then lift the torso, roll the shoulders back, option to lift the knees, downward facing dog. You can either press through a plank or you can lower the knees, tuck the toes. Find your downward facing dog, bend the elbows wide, wrap them until they hover over the earth. Find that side body work. And then keeping that, extend the elbows, gaze at the thighs. Breathe space into the body. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, slide forward, bring the left knee in towards the nose, open through the back of the heart, and then shoot this left foot over to the right. Shift the weight into the left hand, pivot the right, heel to the earth, lift the right arm. Fallen triangle, gather through the side body. Bring the right hand to the earth, come up on the right toes. Cheetah, so left knee to nose, push the earth away. Low lunge, left foot between the hands, scooch it if you need. Then lower the back knee down, leave those toes tucked. Lift the torso, interlace the hands on the thighs. Take a moment here, use that energy in the right foot and toes to press this right hip forward in space. Roll the shoulders down and back. take this right hand to that deep low belly and just sort of swipe it up and use that to not only engage but shoot this energy up towards the heart and then float the arms up or into cactus arms. Lift the torso up to center, hands to prayer. Straighten the left leg. Lift the left toes. Square the hips. Think about how you can get longer through the side waist here. Always breathing. Bend the left knee. Plant the foot. Interlace the hands, palms down on the thigh. Scoop the pelvis under. So big tuck here, and then tuck of the chin so we round through the upper spine just a bit, but ease in the shoulders. Recheck in with that scoop of the pelvis. Breathe space into the front of the right hip flexor. Lift the torso and the head. Lift the left arm, circle it up and around. Pluck the right foot up if it will agree to. Right hand on top of the left foot. Wrap the shoulder blade back, elbow faces back, and then scoop the pelvis forward. Come just in front of that right knee. Breathing here. That foot might come in a little closer, it might not. Keep pressing the right hip forward in space. Release this without flinging. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Shift the weight forward. We're going to that balance. So shift weight. Pluck the right foot up. Maybe it's graceful. Maybe it's not. Find your balance. Cactus the arms. Flex the right foot. Externally rotate right hip. Dancing Shiva. Find the power in the standing leg. OMG, so our curtsy. Circle the right leg all the way around behind the left foot and then way over to the side. Bow down, sweep the arms. AM half moon. Lift the torso, right foot comes closer to the left, ankles crossed. Lift the arms overhead, grab the right wrist with the left hand, get tall, zipper the legs together, and then up and over to the left. Breathe into the side body. Lifting back up to center. Release the hands, get just a little space between the feet, come up on the toes, spin around, step feet together, reach forward, find the glutes, and then start to lower down in your own way. Lower the knees down to the earth, lift the hips, press them forward, circle the hands to the low back, roll the shoulders down and back, press the hips forward again. Next exhale, lift up to center, and then lower the hips down, untuck the toes, child's pose for a breath. Pull your way through onto your belly, ground the hip points down, lift the legs, reach the arms behind you, palms down, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Find that strength in the back body here. And then lower all the way down, forehead on the mat. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, tilt the pelvis. Either move through child's pose or use all the power of the core, legs, and arms to push to high plank. And then up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to land here. We're going to go through that whole thing a little bit more fluidly, a little bit quicker here. So we're just using our breath to open up our body, and we're kind of moving through space, using our air to open up. If you would like to move faster or slower, you can. If you want to skip poses, you can. There's no wrong way to do this, so don't worry if yours is a little bit different or looks a little bit different than what I'm up to. This is your own body, your own space. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. We're going fallen triangle. So come through cheetah, shoot the right foot over to the left, lift the left arm, left heel to the earth. Low lunge. Left hand to the earth, come up on the back toes. Pluck the right foot up, step the foot between the hands, lower the back knee, lift the torso, lift the arm, lift the heart, melt the hips, half splits, hands to prayer, straighten the right leg, bow down. We're finding that funky variation. Sole the right foot on the on the floor, hands on the thigh. Scoop the pelvis, tuck the chin, breathe into the left hip flexor. Keeping that scoop, lift the torso, circle the left arm around, pluck up this back foot, refine the scoop, shift a little forward. Maybe you lift the right arm up for King Arthur. Release without flinging, left toes to the earth, lift the back knee, weight goes forward, dancing Shiva. Find a balance, externally rotate through the left hip, cactus the arms. OMG, right foot comes behind the left to the side as we bow and curtsy down. AM half moon, left foot comes in but ankles crossed, arms overhead, up and over to the right. Take a breath here. Come through center, find a little space in the feet, come up on the toes, circle around. Find that engagement in the legs. Come down onto the knees here. Lift the hips, lift the arms, cactus the arms, press the hips forward, open through the heart. Exhale, come up to center. Bow it down, child's pose. Upward facing, slither through, open through the whole front body. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing. Let's keep moving. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, through cheetah to triangle. Left foot goes to the right. Lift the right arm, back heel to the earth. Low lunge, right hand to the earth. Come up on the back toes. Step the left foot between the hands, lower the right knee. Anjane, lift and open through the whole front body here. Half splits, hands to prayer, straighten the left leg, bow down, bend the left knee, interlace hands on thighs, scoop the pelvis, tuck the chin, take a breath into the hip flexors. Lift the head, circle that right arm up and around, lift the back foot, have that elbow back so we retract the shoulder, but press the right hip forward and the right ribs forward. Option to lift the left arm overhead. Release without flinging. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, dancing Shiva, weight forward, externally rotate, cactus the arms. OMG, circle the right leg behind the left, bow down. Half moon, bring that right foot in, arms overhead, ankles crossed, up and over to the left, take a breath. Lift back up to center, come up on the toes, split the feet a little bit, spin around. Find the glutes, arms forward, lower down and spill the knees. Lift the hips, press the hips forward, open the arms, open the heart. Maybe the hands go back to the low back, maybe they come onto the heels. Keep pressing hips forward. Next exhale, lift up, bow it down, child's pose. Come forward and through, open it into upward facing, up and back, downward facing. Pause for just a moment. Notice the space you've opened. We'll do the whole thing one more time. I'm going to talk a lot less. I'm simply going to cue you through it. Let yourself feel what it feels like to move in your own body, to open your own body, to be like air flowing. Inhale, right leg lifts. Fallen triangle. Right foot goes to the left, left arm lifts. Anjane, so that's your low lunge with the back bend. Half splits. We're finding that hip flexor variation. Bend the right knee, scoop the pelvis, tuck the chin. Lift the torso, King Arthur. Reach the left arm around, find the foot. Dancing Shiva, release without flinging. Tuck back toes, lift back knee. Externally rotate right hip. OMG. Right arm comes around and behind. Right leg, bow it down. AM, half moon. Ankles crossed, up and over to the right. We're spinning it around. Come to center. Spin it around. Find the glutes. Spill the knees down. Lift the hips. Open through the front body. Child's pose. Upward facing. Downward facing. Lead with the left leg. Fallen triangle. Left foot goes over to the right, right arm lifts. Anjane, so that's our back bend lunge. Take your time getting there. Back knee can be down. We've got that hip flexor variation. Half splits. Bow it down. Hip flexor lunge. Interlace the hands. Scoop the pelvis, tuck the chin. King Arthur's. Lift the head. Circle the right arm around. Find the foot. Find the front body openness. Dancing Shiva. Release without flinging. Lift the back knee. Find a balance. Cactus the arms, externally rotate right hip. OMG. Right leg behind left. Bow it down. AM, half moon. Standing with ankles crossed, up and over to the left. Spilling it around. Split the feet. Turn around. Find the glutes. Lower the knees with control onto the earth. Lift the hips. Actively press them forward. Open through the front body. Exhale to come out of it into child's pose. We'll pause here. Forehead to the ground or to a block. If the knees are uncomfortable, place a blanket between the heels and the buttocks. Breathe space into the back body. From here, we just have one more little bit of exertion. Lift your way up. We're going to make our way onto our backs. So however you would like to do that, I'm going to cue 2 back bends here. So I'm going to cue an active bridge pose as well as an active wheel. You could take 2 active bridges, 2 active wheels, or a restorative bridge. Whatever serves you, whatever opens you up the most. So grab behind the thighs, lower your way onto your back. We're gonna walk the feet in closer towards the sit bones here. So they're not touching, but they're pretty close here. Hips, knees, feet are all in line. And then most likely the feet face the top of your mat or the bottom of your mat, however you wanna think about it. Arms by the sides, press into the feet to lift the hips up. You can stay like this, or you can walk the hands towards each other, interlace them under the body, walk the shoulders closer, lift up through the heart some. Now this is the key action. Press into the feet to lift the hips and isometrically drag the feet towards you. This will fire the hamstrings and lift the hips higher. Glutes should be on as well. If you want a restorative version, place a prop underneath of the sacrum here. So that's lower than the low back. Wherever you are, breathe space into the front body. If you are restorative, you can stay there. Otherwise, split the hands, walk the shoulders a little further. And we're going to try and roll down one vertebrae at a time. So the pelvis will start to shift in order to let you start at the top of the spine and see if you can get each and every vertebrae to hit the floor individually. Good. If your low back feels okay, we're going for one more round. So summon your willpower. You can either repeat bridge or bring the hands by the ears, fingers face the shoulders. We're going to press into the feet to lift the hips, and then press into the hands and feet to lift the head up. If the shoulders are tight, you can rotate the fingers just a little bit out. Press the hands into the earth to lengthen the elbows more, and then press into the feet. See if you can reach the heart towards the back wall. Plug the shoulder blades into the back body. Press the hips upwards towards the ceiling. Breathe space. When you are ready to come out of this, tuck the chin, bend the knees and the elbows to slowly lower down. See if you can get the top of the back on the earth. And then we'll roll out of this the same way we did last time. Seeing if we can get each and every vertebrae to hit the earth. Lift the feet up off of the earth, bring the legs together, bring the hands to the knees, and just take some nice gentle circles here. Circling the knees around through space in order to shift the weight around on the lower back. And then switching directions. And then from here, bring the hands onto the shins, or you can interlace the fingers and gather the thighs in towards the chest. If you want to shift from side to side here, that can be a nice little release. Releasing the shins. Bring the hands behind the thighs. We're going to rock and roll a bit. So rock back to lift the hips, and then roll up onto the sit bones, moving through that rolling back and rolling up. Trying to really round the spine as you do this action, moving the energy up and down the vertebrae. The next time you come up to a seat, we're going to stay there. Plant your feet, and you can shift the hips a little bit back. We're going to take a forward fold that focuses on lengthening the back body. It's not going to focus on the hamstrings. So lift the toes up. We're trying to get a connection of the belly with the thighs. So wrap the hands around and kind of hug yourself down here. You can thread the arms through and hug right here. This can feel really nice. If you want, you'll bring the hands around the pinky toe side of the feet. So wrap the arms around the sides of the legs and grab the pinky toe side of the feet. Keeping that connection of belly to thigh, you can let the head hang. And breathe space into the back body here. If you would like to go deeper, you can walk the heels forward or the sit bones back. But keep the connection of belly to thighs. So if you start to lose that, just back it off a little bit. With each exhale, letting yourself melt a little more into this. With each inhale, finding space in the back of the heart, opening through the back ribs. Opening through the back shoulders. Opening through the back of the neck. Opening through the lower back. From here, roll your way up slowly. Place the hands on the backs of the thighs. Maybe you want to plant the feet. We're just going on to our backs. Lowering down one vertebrae at a time. When you get on your back, set yourself up so you feel so comfortable. Maybe the feet go wide and the toes roll out. Maybe the arms go by the sides with the palms up. You can tuck the shoulder blades under. You can use blankets and props as you would like. Let the back body feel heavy. Let it feel supported. And even as it feels supported, let the front body feel open. Let it feel spacious. Let the breath feel free. Let yourself take comfort in this time of stillness. You are welcome to stay here for as long as you like. Thank you so much for joining today. Peace for the body, peace for the mind, and peace for the spirit.